This is the Fantasy Roadshow.
We are survivors. We not gonna stop. No, we gonna keep surviving till we win.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, all you roadies out there? Welcome into another episode.
Yo, roadies. Yo. Wow.
Feeling a little loosey goosey today. Okay, so well,
from all that cough medicine you've been chugging,
just chugging cough medicine. Good news, I feel much better. So
let's go.
All better now.
Let's intro us in there, right?
Oh yeah, so it's the Fantasy Roadshow with your hosts per usual. I am Truck. He is Kulz. You can find me on Twitter at fantasy_trucker. You can find him on Twitter at Kulz_sports. Make sure you follow the show while you're at it, at Fantasy Roadshow. Check us out on YouTube. The video is live at youtube.com/sportsethos.
Live.
Check out the Substack, thefantasyroadshow.substack.com.
Yeah, subscribe. We're going to start releasing. I've been saying that for a couple weeks now since we launched. But that is going to be for weekly content. We're going to have pretty much everything we talk about get released on Substack. So waiver, our picks, green light, red light. I guess we haven't even...
No, so let's do a little. You want to do an intro now with it or no?
Yes. So let's break down exactly what the week is going to look like during the week for the roadies.
Yes.
So
football is here. We're ready.
Football's here. I'm currently watching college football. We're recording here on the 2nd on Labor Day weekend. This is Saturday. And this is actually going to be a Friday release. So, we're going over week 1 games. So not much is going to happen that are going to affect that for between today and then. So, yeah, Ryan, let's give the people the week 1 schedule breakdown.
So we will be debuting Mondays.
But first.
Oh, man, I am jealous.
Bam! How about a Fuji apple pear salad?
Celsius is the healthiest.
The unofficial official beverage of the Fantasy Roadshow.
The Fantasy Roadshow.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead and break us down.
All right, so we will be debuting every week on Monday with a reaction episode. We will give you our raw reactions based on what happened on the Sunday slate. We will be recording this Monday reaction on Sunday evening, and we will be going live on Sunday evening on YouTube. Now, what you can do is what we want everybody to do is if you're watching the Sunday night football game and you're just hanging out at home and you got some questions about maybe a Monday matchup or anything about the week that just happened for the Sunday slate, come and join us on YouTube and our YouTube Live and ask us questions. But that audio will be premiered on Monday in podcast form.
Yep. Let's talk this through.
That's just
real
step
quick.
1.
I want to talk this through as well.
Okay.
Because this is, I think, a fantastic idea. We have talked it through in the past, but let's confirm what we're going to do here.
Yeah.
Like when we say it's going to be live, we mean it's going to be a live. We're going to be a live watch, just like the Mannings, just like Gronk's. The Gronks have done
A watch along. Yes.
A watch along. So we're going to block off an hour, maybe an hour and a half, where we talk through the slate while we're watching Sunday Night Football. And we're going to commit to this being we're going to audio it, and that's going to be our Monday release podcast. So that's how we're doing our reactions. It's going to drive engagement with the roadies, which I love. I think that's what this is all about. So, there'll be a time, I'm sure there'll be a Sunday when I will not be available. Well, Ryan is going to ask Shane O'Mac to join us. Ryan's gonna find someone to fill in for me, and we're gonna just every single Sunday night, the road show will be live during a Sunday night football game. So I can't imagine a scenario where neither of us are available. If that does come, we're going to have to figure something out. We may have to record reactions at a different time, or we may. I don't know what's going to happen.
Roadies, just
I don't want to say something there that I will regret, and I almost did. I showed restraint. I'm maturing.
You
as
did.
A human.
You're getting much better, Kulz. You're doing.
However,
a great job.
The point being is, it may not be both of us every week. It may be one of us with a guest, but I think it's important to. I'll make myself fucking available. So I'll be here every Sunday night. If there is something that comes up, and Ryan, I will cancel on whatever it is if Ryan can't be there either, to make sure that Sunday Night Football, you can count on the road show to be live, ask questions for this week, for the week before, trade questions, anything. We're there.
Yeah. Just come and join us and talk about what just happened. Like Sunday is such an exciting day. So many games are played. If you want to just come and bullshit with us too, like, and you don't have major questions, just come and join us.
We need to figure out how to do like a call-in number or something.
That is a great idea.
Yeah,
we got to figure that out. I don't know how we can do that, but we will figure something out with that, because I like that idea.
Anyways, moving on. So what is next?
So
what's up next?
Our Tuesday episode is normally what you would call a waiver wire episode. We are calling it the Fantasy Roadshow Hitchhikers. So the hitchhikers are people, players on the side of the road.
Pick 'em up.
You gotta go and pick them up, right? Or you gotta just pass them by and not pick them up, because you don't want to have them involved with your truck at all. So anyway,
because he looks like he's gonna burn the hood of your truck with his meth pipe.
Sure. That's a good way to put it. But yeah, it's the Fantasy Hitchhikers is our waiver wire. After Tuesday, Wednesday will be a day off. Wednesday, we as of right now, we don't have anything on the slate for Wednesdays. We feel like that's a good time during the week, or kind of take a breather and set us up for the next
ones.
Week. Yes, hug our loved ones. Yeah, it's all about balance, people. It's all about balance and staying ahead of the game. But anyway, so Thursday,
all about full send, people.
Full send.
Thursday. All right, what's Thursday?
So Thursday is going to be red light, green light, as we like to call it. Yep. It's the start sit episode. It's the the weekly matchups. The Matthew Berry love hate article, like he likes to do. So basically, we're going to show you guys that we have higher up in the weekly rankings because of a better matchup, or lower on the slate because of a worse matchup. Hence, red light, green light. We most likely, I don't want to give anything away, but we're going to try to get a special guest on that episode each week, and have someone with
Shane
us.
O'Mac.
Hopefully Shane O'Mac. If you're listening, Shane, this is your invite to come join us for the Thursday episode every week. So
you actually have no choice. Shane O'Mac, you're in.
So that's Thursday. And then Friday is going to be what we're doing today. Friday is a day that we go through. Mike and I will go through each game for the entire weekend. We will pick the winners. We have a week. We have a pick'em league, actually, that Mike has posted on Twitter that you guys, I'm sure it'll still be open. I don't know.
Follow us on Twitter at Fantasy Roadshow. I think we only, there's like 40 followers. We need to get that rolling. We need, we need everyone that listens to this podcast, whether you have Twitter or not, to, I guess if you don't have it, it's gonna be difficult, but you need to we need to hear from you somehow so you can get this type of information. Like, we're going to be releasing our picks every single week, Friday, and you're going to be able to join a pool that you see all season long, your standings versus ours, against all of the other roadies. I mean, it's just fun. If you don't like fun, then we don't want you to be a roadie.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. No, you're definitely right. So
there will be no Karens in the road show.
Karens are not welcome.
Yeah.
So along with the pick'ems, we will be giving you guys our Survivor pick of the week. So for those of you that are in a Survivor league, we'll give you our Survivor suggestion. And these Mike and I may agree on a lot of these picks, but it is what it is. So we'll see the differences. And
I
Mike
hope
and I will
we
keep
agree
track
on a lot of these picks. That's
because it's so anyway, that's the slate. That's the weekly slate for the Fantasy Roadshow during the season. And we hope you guys stay tuned and have fun with us throughout this craziness that is the NFL season. Oh, and of course, you guys know what to do. Buckle up. All right, Michael. All right.
First, I want to talk about Deion Sanders. Prime time.
Prime time.
Yeah,
that was
awesome
a great game.
Colorado's back. I just can't believe that was a 20-point spread. Like, that was just a slam dunk money line Colorado play for me. Prime time. The prime effect is real. He's in my mind. He's the best modern day college football coach. He can relate to these guys. He has such a massive effect on them in their life, and no bullshit. If you're an African American from the best situation, like, prime either is your role model or needs to be your role model. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he will get these guys to go to fucking war for him, and that is such a huge part of the college game. But then you add an NIL, like, he's just such a dripped out swag coach.
You see his sunglasses on the sideline.
I mean, like, fresh. Dude, he's so cool. He's always been so cool. He is if you hear him talk, it's like, it really is bone chilling every time to hear him talk. His mentality, his winning mindset, what he feels like his purpose on earth is. He's just, he is a next level human being. And if you don't agree with me, then fuck off.
Okay.
But yeah, like, look at that. I mean, so that was such a slam dunk play because he has that effect on every single person in the building. Exactly what I just said. And then TCU is a team that, like, public thought, oh, they're in the national championship last year. They were not that good of a football team. That's why they got beat 70-0 by Georgia. But they lost Duggan, like,
Kendre Miller, Johnston. You lost your playmakers.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't even that good with them. So anyways, that was, they're 17th ranked overall. They're due for that kind of playoff run hangover type game. And the energies levels between the two is crazy. But I just wanted to start with that because that was awesome. What he's doing and making.
How about Sanders, the quarterback, setting a school record, 510 yards and 4 touchdowns?
What was it, like 37 for 46, 510 and 4 touchdowns?
Insane. 4 different receivers with over 100 yards.
Yeah, put him on
2 receivers over 10. Yeah,
put him on your Devi watch. I mean, if you're coming,
how old is he? Do you know? Is he a junior this year?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right.
But I mean, talk about a guy who, just comes from a winning nutsack, grown up around like that mentality. You're gonna be a fucking winner, a warrior. But yeah, so I don't really want to get into all the college games. We may at some point kind of talk through, like, potential prospects for for the NFL
I think that's
draft,
something we can easily include in our Sunday stream. During the lull points of the Sunday game, in between talking about it, we can definitely bring up stuff that happened on Saturday with college. Because if you're playing dynasty football, you need to know what's going on in the college landscape, and we'll be mentioning stuff throughout the season. So stay tuned and join us for that. But Mike, let's dive in. Let's hit these pick'ems. And Thursday's game, man. How do you feel about this Chiefs-Lions game? Where's your head at? Like, what's your initial reaction to the Lions being the debut football team on this particular season?
Yeah, I don't really give a shit about the Lions, to be honest. Chiefs are going to win that game.
Yep.
I'm excited to see NFL football. I'm excited to see two teams that are going to have some fantasy relevance all year. It's going to be a high-scoring shootout of a game.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what Mahomes' kind of new look offense is going to be. Kind of who he's targeting, what the running back room looks like. There's a lot of question marks there, so that's exciting. But I think the Chiefs win the game pretty handily. So for me, the narrative is more so, I guess, how is Gibbs and Laporta? How much day one? How much day one production do they have in that offense? And then what is the Chiefs? What kind of looks are they going to give you? What about you?
Yeah, I'm excited for the game. I do think the Chiefs win this game. That's who I picked for this one. But it'll be high scoring. I think Goff is going to be able to somewhat kind of hang in there and not let the game slip away from him. But most importantly, I'm really excited to see how much of a stranglehold that Amon-Ra has on the target share. Like, the guy's just going to be so heavily targeted in this game. I'm excited to see what kind of game he has. And then the Chiefs wide receivers too. Like, how does this play out? Is Tony I haven't even checked up on if Kadarius Toney is going to play this game because of that knee scope he had weeks ago.
I don't think he is.
No,
but they left it. I think they left it open. But
yeah,
I don't think he is.
Well, that's it's. We're recording this quite a bit in advance, so a lot of this stuff that we talk about in these games, stuff still has to play out. Stuff's still up in the air, so keep that in mind.
Yeah. So let's see, Roto. What's the next game? I'm just looking up. So there's optimism that Tony will play week 1. So maybe he will.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be interesting. The next game on the slate is the Texans and Ravens in Baltimore.
Ravens by 1 million.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the spread's like 10 right now. So, I think it is the highest spread out of every game over the weekend. So Ravens seem like they're the favorite there by a long shot.
Poor CJ Stroud having to have his first start in the NFL be in the toughest environment.
I agree. Yeah. But also, hey, it can only get easier from there, right? I mean, you're going into Baltimore, so it's a nice way to wet the whistle. So, yeah, man. Did you want to bring up anything else with that matchup?
No, I'm just so excited to see that Ravens offense, Dobbins, Andrews, and Flowers, and just how awesome it's going to look this year. I think that's that's going to be a really fun beat down of a game to just see what they're going to do on offense. So.
Yeah, how the target share I'm looking for between Odell Beckham, Rashad Bateman, and Zay.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see how that plays out, and then obviously the Texans wide receivers too. How good is Tank Dell? Nico Collins, is he really the wide receiver one? Like, it seems to be that way, and man, yeah, I'm just excited for that game too. So we both picking the Chiefs and Ravens through the first two games.
Yep.
Third game on the slate, Bengals at the Browns.
Interesting.
Cincinnati at Cleveland. So I'll start out. Originally, when I was going through the slate, I was going based off spread. And I wanted to take the Browns here. I mean, we still haven't gotten complete confirmation that Joe Burrow is fully back healthy. I know he's back practicing, and the coach was very cryptic on how he was talking, how he has a very healthy body. Weird way to put it, but I'm still taking the Bengals here. I think the Bengals get the win in Cleveland. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I have the Bengals winning this game. going to be a tough game. I'll say that. I just think the Bengals right now are a better team. I think the Browns are going to have a good season, but I think we're going to see that. I don't know that we're going to see that week 1.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I think they're going to be one of these teams that gets better throughout the year. And just Bengals at home, first game is tough. I'm going to take the Bengals there.
Yeah, I'm going to as well. So then the next game, I'm sure we have probably the same winner there. Buccaneers in Minnesota.
Yeah, I'll take the Vikings in that game. They need to win this bad, otherwise they're going to start 0-9.
Yes, this is a very important win for the Vikings, and I think they get the win at home pretty handsomely. I mean, how good is Baker? We'll see how Baker does in Minnesota against a defense that you can probably score a lot on, So we'll see what happens there, but I'm definitely taking the Vikings, and I think you just said you are as well.
Yep.
All right, how about this one? This one might be interesting here. Tennessee Titans at the New Orleans Saints.
I have the Saints winning that game. They're tough at home. I think the Titans are going to have a pretty – I don't think they're going to be that good. I mean, I just don't think their defense is that good. They're already seeing some injuries. It just feels like one of those seasons that is not going to be – things aren't going to go well for them. Their age is not in their favor, and the Saints are going to be who-dat-ing at home.
Who-dat-ing at home. I'm taking the Titans here, Mike. Okay. I think that the Titans have more continuity between the team, and I think that they can get the win there in New Orleans. The spreads, New Orleans is the Titans are getting 3 points. So I just, I'm taking the dogs here, and I think with Derrick Henry and DeAndre Hopkins, they can score enough points. Taking the dogs. I think they can score enough points to win the game. It will be a close game. I know the Saints are legit, but I don't know if they come out, right in that fourth gear right away, rolling. So I just think the Titans are able to win that one. You almost sound like you're sneezing. I always want to say God bless you.
I think Titans are going to be one of those teams that they have the veterans, and we've seen them be a very good football team. So, Vrabel's an outstanding coach. He'll have them ready. For me, I think the Saints have a decent season, and I think the Titans might get hit with one of those seasons where things just go badly for them, but you never know. I don't know. I don't like their offensive line, and they've historically kind of been very good with the offensive line running the ball. So if they can't figure that out early in the season, it might be a bad one for them. So I'm going to take who-dat at home. Like I said earlier, I love the way the Saints play football at home. That crowd's incredible. You got to get down to a Saints game, dude.
I would love to.
Completely shits on the Bears experience. It's not even close.
I don't think I've ever been to I don't think I've ever been to a dome.
So loud there. We got to make that happen either this year or next. The Bears do play there this year. But,
watch out.
But anyways, Saints at home.
Okay, beautiful. Here's another interesting game. I think I could go either way. The Carolina Panthers in the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, I'll be quick. I have the Falcons winning this game and the division. In order to do so, this is one of those games they need to win. So give me the Falcons.
Yeah, I am taking the Panthers. I think Bryce Young comes out swinging, and I think the Falcons they can easily win this game. It'll be a close game. I think the spread is at 3.5. Panthers are getting 3.5, so I'll take another dog. Taking the dogs with the Panthers, man. I think Bryce Young is ready to go. I think he's going to come out swinging, and they're going to win this game. So I'm taking the Panthers in Atlanta. So, all right, next game we have the Jacksonville Jaguars playing at the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, I'll be jagging off. I don't believe in Richardson. That team seems completely dysfunctional right now, probably because their father is a raging alcoholic drug addict that abuses them. So,
yeah, okay, great way to put it. I am taking the Jags as well. I think the Jags win this game pretty handsomely. The Colts are only getting 5 points, which I think it should be a bigger spread. So I might be taking that as one of my bets on the week. But man,
the Colts play tough at home and against this Jaguars team, so that's probably why the spread looks like that. But I just don't understand how they're going to be able to show up and put points on the board with a quarterback who is undisciplined, doesn't make good decisions, gets flustered when people are in his face, and they don't have any playmakers around him that they can just
no. You got Deion Jackson and Evan Hull as your running backs. Like, I see the Jags kind of blowing them out. So that's going to be on my my watch list for the week. So the Jags winning in Indianapolis for sure. So next game. This is going to be a great game, Mike. The 49ers at the Steelers. How do you see this playing out? I was going back and forth with this one. And I think the Steelers might upset the 49ers here.
I have the Steelers winning.
Do you?
I do, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, man. I think I'm taking the Steelers too, man. Something tells me that the Steelers are going to come out and surprise the entire league and beat one of the favorites in the NFC. And yeah. I mean,
I have the Steelers winning this game. Bosa is still holding out. Brock Purdy, you guys know how I feel about him. The defense had no injuries all year last year. D'Amico Ryan is obviously not there anymore. I still think they're going to be great, but they're not the same team per se. I mean, they're not going to be as good as they were last year. Everything went right for them. That's one of those things, how the Chargers had a bad year. There's teams that have bad years just because everything goes wrong. Well, there's teams that have good years because everything goes right. And that's kind of how it was for the 49ers. So I'd expect not everything to go right for them. And it's going to start off with losing week 1 in a really tough Pittsburgh environment with a team that is incredibly coached and is going to take a big step forward this year.
Yeah, so I didn't think I'd be picking them when I originally looked at the games a week or two ago, but then as I thought about it more, it just makes more sense that the Steelers can win. I believe the spread the Steelers are getting 2.5.
Yeah, I think it started at 3.5 too. So some sharps came in and knocked that number down, but I'm surprised that I thought we were going to be different on that one for sure.
Yeah, when I did write down the Steelers, I was like Mike's probably picking the Steelers. You're not riding with the 49ers right now, so
no.
Yeah. All right, so the next game we have the Cardinals at the Commanders.
This is not only I'm taking the Commanders, but I also have them as my survivor pick. Do you as well?
Yeah, I do as well.
It's fine. It's going to be a very common pick.
For the survivor pool.
Yeah, don't feel like that when we have the same pick for survivor, because that's just kind of how it works. We'll save the survivor segment for after, just so we can explain what it is. But yes, Commanders easily win. A lot of this season, you'll be seeing my picks on survivor being against the Cardinals, against the Colts, teams that I think are tanking for one of the final first picks of the draft. So anyways, we'll get to that later. Commanders easily. I don't think we need to stay on that any longer.
No. Sam Howell should come out and have a phenomenal game. Yeah, nice howl there. That was a good one. All right, so as the games continue, We got the Raiders at the Broncos. This is an interesting game. I feel could go either way. What are your initial reactions on the Raiders at the Broncos?
It is a game that can go either way. I got the Broncos just because I think they're going to be better. That being said, like all the reasons why I've been turned off to the Raiders, they've seemed to have figured out before the season. So, so they could be a good team this year. I mean, Jimmy G is a good quarterback. He just is.
And Devontae Adams is one of the best wide receivers still.
Yeah. So I could see this one being a Raider win, but honestly, like I just want the Broncos to be good.
I know, I do too. Sean Payton, this first game,
yeah. So for me, I have the Broncos because I want them. No, I'm kidding. I think Russell and Payton are good enough professionals that they sat down and figured this thing out. And that defense is so good that that was all figured out. Yeah. Now add in Russell and Peyton, and they should be mature and winning. They should figure this out. So I think the Broncos will be good. I think they'll be fringe playoffs this year. So in order to do so, you got to beat the shitbird Raiders at home.
So when I originally looked at this game, I picked the Broncos, right? The Raiders are getting 4.5 points, which I think is too much. I'm officially taking the Raiders. I think about it more, what is it?
I see it at 4 on ESPN. That's not always the most accurate, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think I saw mine on FanDuel, but that's just where I was looking. But I'm taking the Raiders, man. I just think the Broncos, without Jerry Jeudy, that's going to hinder the offensive production. Javonte Williams is coming back. This is his first game back off the injury. I don't know how well he's going to perform. I know Samaje Perine's in the building. He's relatively new, so these guys, I'm betting against the Broncos. I would love to take the points here to make me feel better, but straight up, I'm taking the Raiders over the Broncos in Denver. It's going to be a tough win, but I just think the Raiders are going to be able to pull that one out.
I don't blame you for that. Those are two teams that have a wide range of outcomes this year, and we'll find out pretty quickly. So it could be an entertaining game, or it could be maybe the worst game ever.
You're absolutely right. There's
some of those Broncos games. Some of those Broncos games were like, I don't like football anymore.
Yeah, they were hard to watch.
I think it was like Colts Broncos, and I had the under, thank God. But I remember being we need to leave this bar because I don't want to watch football.
Yeah. Yeah, that was I think that was one of the Thursday games, and Amazon is why did we even agree? Why did we even agree to do these Thursday games?
They got so fucked.
I know. Amazon. That's why they're trying to do the flexing Thursdays. Yeah, it makes sense, but
or just don't fuck us. First game was Chargers Chiefs, and it was exciting. Last minute Chargers win, and then the rest of the season just absolute chat on. But anyways, let's keep
all right,
rolling.
So keep it rolling. The next game is going to be a good game. I think it's the Dolphins at the Chargers.
It's going to be a great game. My favorite game of the week. I got the Chargers. I think they're going to be awesome this year. High scoring. Herbert is just the man. So I got Chargers at home. I think they're going to be maybe one of the best teams in the AFC this year, and they're going to show it against another good team in the Dolphins.
I got the Chargers as well. I think it will be a close game. It's going to be high scoring. But just for the same reasons that you mentioned, the Chargers are going to make a statement week one that last year was somewhat of a fluke, and they are a team to be reckoned with going into the rest of the season. They are elite, and they're going to make that known week one, beating the Dolphins.
Yep.
All right, how about this next one? The Eagles at the Patriots. The Patriots are getting
Eagles.
Yeah, the Patriots are getting 3.5, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's mad respect for the Patriots. I just think the Eagles are way better. I don't like fuck the Patriots. That's what I feel.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, absolutely.
If they're gonna be good this year, I'm gonna be so fucking mad. Like, why would they be good? They didn't do anything. Like, they're gonna be bad.
You signed Zeke and you paid Devontae Parker.
They are now one of my least favorite teams in the NFL, and I liked them when they had Brady, but now like. You know how I feel about Zeke. I just think he's a human being.
They deserve this. Okay. All you Patriots fans out there, you deserve.
What is it? What is 3.5 like?
I know it shouldn't be that low.
I'm not going to let me get triggered. I just want to see the Eagles go out and beat the fuck out of them week 1. And I don't want to watch the game either. Like, I want to be watching Foxborough. Dolphins, Chargers, Bears, Packers. I don't want to be watching that game. I just want to.
Yeah, this is part of the 3:00 slates. The Broncos, Raiders game, Dolphins, Chargers, Eagles, Patriots, and the next 2 games that we're going to talk about. But I won't be watching that game for sure. All right, so we're both picking the Eagles there. Pretty obvious. I think the Eagles win by quite a big margin, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. I know Foxborough, it's hard to play there. So the next game, Mike, it's my favorite game of the week. Packers at the Bears. Yeah.
Well, we need you to.
What do you got?
Do what you got to do.
You want me to? Okay. All right. You want me to? Let me start. Okay. I need you to stop what you're doing and just fucking relax. Okay. Because the Bears are going to win at home. The Bears are going to win at home. They're going to make a statement that the Bears are no longer owned by the Packers or Aaron Rodgers out of town. He's going upstate New York or wherever in Jersey. So I'm not worried about it. The Bears are favored in this matchup by 1 point.
Wow.
So we're not the dogs. The Packers, you're the dogs. And the dogs are going to get kicked out of the house. And you're getting in the yard. I'm done with it. The Bears are going to beat the Packers week 1 in Chicago, and you guys are all going to bear witness to the new look of the Bears. And DJ Moore is going to have probably 9 receptions, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. We'll see what happens.
Wow, that would be outstanding.
Yeah,
that is truly something.
Did you think the Packers are going to be favored?
No. I mean, they technically are.
What do you mean?
What I mean is the home team always gets 3 points. So Vegas looks at this as the Packers are 2 points better than the Bears, which I believe. I think the Packers are going to win this game. I got the Pack, go. Fuck the Bears. Fuck Chicago. Fuck all you Bears fans.
Hey, watch your mouth. You watch your fucking mouth, okay? I'm taking the Bears. You're taking the Packers.
I bleed green. So I don't think the Bears are going to win the division. I don't think that the Bears are going to be 10 wins better than they were last year. I can't
10 wins jump better. I don't think so either. That's.
Oh, I had them at 1 win last year. How many wins they have? 4.
I think they have 3. They won 3 games last year.
So yeah, you had them at 9. You literally have them at 9 games. So don't seem like 10's crazy. So I just don't. Yeah. I don't see them being that good. I think they're going to be, a 8-9 team, which is still 5 wins better. That's outstanding. And I have the Packers winning the division. So I just think there's going to be so much hype going into that game, and Chicago's going to be buzzing. And if they win that game, especially going to be buzzing. I don't know. I'm not sold. I think Jordan Love is going to be really good. And I just think that the conversation after this game is going to be like, fuck, the Packers have another good quarterback. I think their defense is better than the Bears. I think that their offensive weapons are better than the Bears. To me, they're just a better football team than the Bears. So I got the Packers winning on the road. If anything, it's going to be like Fields is going to have to look like an MVP, which might happen, but I'm going to say not.
Yeah, I think the Bears defense is going to surprise everybody this game, and I'm going to call it now. I think Jordan Love is going to throw more interceptions than touchdowns, and I think the Bears D is going to make a statement that they're a force to be reckoned with in the North. So
wow. Maybe I think Aaron Jones is going to have a huge game, and I think Love's going to look really good and win the game. So that's how I feel. So I have the Packers, and then
okay. Now there's 3. Go ahead.
I can't wait to watch that game and Dolphins Chargers, though. Those are 2 fun games to watch in the 3:25 slate.
Yeah. And then the last 3:00 slate game we got is the Rams at the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
The barn burner over here with the Rams and the Seahawks. The Rams are getting 5.5 points, 5.5 point dogs. Yeah. So what do you got here, Mike?
I have the Seahawks winning a game that I hope I don't have to watch. And that's about it. I want to watch Akers. I hope he has an awesome game. I hope Geno gets hurt. And
oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm kidding. You never want to wish
you are brutal, bro.
On anyone.
Brutal.
I'm kidding.
Oh,
I do not want Geno Smith to get hurt. I love Geno Smith as a human being. He's a good guy. He's a fucking horrible quarterback.
Just had the highest completion percentage out of the entire league last year.
Yeah. What about the last 10 years?
Yeah, okay. All right. Anyway, I'm taking the Seahawks as well. I just think, especially without Cooper Kupp, the Rams just don't stand a chance in Seattle.
I would maybe have.
That's just kind of where I'm
at. I would maybe have the Rams winning that game if I felt better about the Rams narrative in the offseason, but it's just it's not. It doesn't look great. I like when teams build momentum in the offseason. It doesn't seem like they have too much. So
okay,
Seahawks,
and then the Sunday night game that we will be streaming live. Great game. It's the Cowboys at the New York Giants.
Yeah, great game is right. Great game is right.
The Giants are 3-point dogs.
So we just talked about 2 teams, Rams, Seahawks. I pretty much just look away from that game every year whenever it's on the schedule.
Yeah.
Not interested. Cowboys, Giants. This is a game that I'm always excited to watch.
Always.
NFC East is good football. I love watching the Eagles, Cowboys, Giants. Any combination of those 3 play in primetime. I have the Cowboys winning this game just because I think the Cowboys are going to be really good this year and potentially in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I like the Giants too, man. I think what they did this offseason is outstanding. I think Danny Dimes has taken a step forward. I think Waller's going to be great. I think Saquon is the second best running back in the NFL. So I can see them winning this game 100%. I just the way that I view the Cowboys and that defense, and I just want to say that they're going to be my Super Bowl team from the NFC. But so I have them win this game.
Yeah, I do as well. And for me, it comes down to the defense. The Cowboys' defense is top tier. And I just think with the lack of weapons the Giants have outside of Waller and Saquon, it's going to be hard for them to keep up with the Cowboys. I'm excited to see what this Cowboys offense looks like without Kellen Moore and what type of play calling with Tony Pollard and CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks Very bullish on the Cowboys this year, and they should be able to go into New York and pull out that win. So taking the Cowboys. And our final game, the Monday night matchup, the Bills at the Jets.
Bills.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you're taking the Bills.
Yeah, I'll probably take them in almost every single game this year because they are the best. Yoshi's my best friend. I love that he bangs a buffalo and gets them knocked up. What? What'd you say?
So you're taking the Bills.
I'm
right?
kidding. Yeah, I'm taking the Bills. I have them as my Super Bowl champs. I have them as the best offense in the NFL. I have Josh Allen as the MVP this year. I have the Bills winning the Super Bowl. But really, more so, I just think that the Jets are going to, I don't know, Rodgers sometimes starts slow. I do think the Jets are going to be good this year, but they are slow starters. Bills are going to come out with something to prove, and I can see them scoring, 40-something points this game on their own. So, yeah, I like the Bills. Jets are going to be good, and I do really like them, but it's funny taking the Cowboys and the Bills. Both games are going to be played in the same stadium, and both home teams are going to go home not happy. But yeah, so that's a pretty funny dynamic. But Bills.
Yeah. I'm taking the Bills as well. I know the Jets are getting 2.5 points. I just think, like you said, Aaron Rodgers notoriously starts slow, and I could see with the problems they're dealing with on the offensive line, it's going to be hard for them to really get going. And you're hard to take you seriously, Mike. The Bills. I mean, I'm curious to see how the Bills do against the Jets defense. Okay, you're just gonna keep doing that while I'm going. You're brutal. I'm excited to see what the Bills offense can do against this Jets defense. They got one of the best defensive lines and one of the best corners in the game. So that's what I'm gonna be looking for.
Q is such a beast.
Monster. Absolute monster. And that it's the whole defensive line too. They're kind of all feeding off his energy. I mean, as we've seen in the Hard Knocks, that defensive line is going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I'm curious to see how the Bills do, and really how James Cook looks in this offense. I'm really looking forward to that.
What about Daltonian
Kincaid? Yes, I'm excited to see how he's utilized too. I think that might be a little bit slower than we initially anticipated.
Wrong.
I'm sure you say that. Yeah.
Trump, yeah. Wrong.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see how they use him though. How often is he on the field?
His role is his role.
He lined up.
His role.
I understand that. Yes, I get that. His role is his role, but I want to. You're impossible to talk to. We're gonna end this episode. All right. So not yet. I know.
You little bitch.
Okay. So we have officially picked every slate. We will go through and actually put our picks in the Pick'em League.
Mine are already in, fucker.
Oh, you got okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll take care of that when this episode's over. Over. All right, so we went through the slate. Now we're going to be giving you a Survivor pick. So, Mike, can you explain what Survivor is to the people that have never heard it and are curious to understand what it is?
Yeah, I'm going to make sure we can set one up on ESPN as well, so you can just go to the Survivor pool. Yeah. All right, Eliminator. Nope. So Survivor pool is you pick one team to win each week. Super easy, right? However, you cannot repeat that team. So as the weeks go on and you survive, your pool of teams that you can choose from diminish. So, I mean, I love Survivor. I typically do pretty well in it. That being said, there are these crazy upsets that'll happen and just knock out 60% of the pool.
Every year it happens early.
Yeah, or pretty early too. Yeah, you're right. But I'm trying to. I think we can't. I think we'll be able to do it here on ESPN. So
Okay.
go to the @Fantasy Roadshow Twitter, and you can sign up for both the. We need to get this information out there. I guess on Friday they would still have time. So if you're listening to this episode @Fantasy Roadshow, I'll make sure to tweet it out again on Friday when this airs. Maybe every day this week. I'll just blast.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention. We're going to blast it out every day, trying to get as many people involved as we can.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe
So,
include
anyways,
all the sports ethos guys too.
Yep, absolutely. So that's how Survivor works. And I mentioned earlier the Commanders are the pick for me. So here's a strategy I'll describe on why I'm going Commanders week 1 is because I think Howell's looked good. I think the Commanders look good. And I think the Cardinals are kind of tanking. So you will see my strategy typically in Survivor is flipping the script and going for teams that I think are bad and seeing, like, I think the Colts are going to be really bad, and I think that the Cardinals are going to be really bad. So the first thing I do each week is going to look and say, who are these teams playing? And that being said, like, I think the Commanders are going to be last in their division. So week 1, this is a great way to check a box on a bad team and still have all the big dogs for when the weeks get tough. So first thing I do is look for shitty teams and who are they playing. And then second thing, if it becomes one of those weeks where you don't feel super comfortable about any games, then you start looking for the big dogs, the Bills, the 49ers, the good teams. So that's how I personally like to do it. That's not right or wrong. That's just how my brain views it as the right way to do it. So, yeah, that's why I have the Commanders. I guess that's a little bit about Survivor too. We can get into why we have the Commanders, but the Spark Notes version is I think they're going to maybe win a couple games, and at home week 1, I think the Commanders win that game.
Yeah. My thought process with the Survivor is just don't blow your load too early. Don't take those big dogs too early because you're gonna.
But it feels so good.
But you're gonna want to take them later on the weeks where it's so up in the air. So stay away from an obvious one right now is to look at the spreads, right? Who has the biggest spread on the week? They're the most favored team. So like the
That's
Ravens.
a good way to do it. Good
the
point.
Ravens. Yeah. So if you look at the Ravens are -10. So they're expected to win by 10 or more, and it's like that would be the normal go-to move. But the Ravens are kind of a really, really good team this year, so you want to hold on to them. Don't pick them too early. Pick them later on when you actually need them. The Commanders are favored by 7 points, so that seems like a lock to me because it's the second highest spread, and that's why I'm taking the Commanders. I just think they're just going to have a good game, man. Sam Howell is going to come out and prove everybody that he is the guy for the Commanders, at least for this year. But McLaurin is still dealing with that toe injury from that preseason game, so we'll see what happens. But I just don't think there's a world where the Commanders lose this game.
Yep, I agree. I think we're good on this episode, right? We could probably wrap.
I think so. Hey, well, we can wrap and we can hit the road, right?
We can hit the road, Jack. Don't come back
no
more. I hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back.
All right, roadies. We appreciate you joining
Fantasy Roadshow. Join the pools. We're gonna have a pick'em. We're gonna have a Survivor. I'm a survivor. We need to get that out the soundboard. But anyways, yeah. So I'm looking forward to both of those, so I can fucking beat all you pussies. You're
going down, bro. I'm gonna beat you every fucking week. You're gonna be crying every Monday episode. You're gonna be crying. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, no. We are gonna go head to head every week. Hopefully, I want to see all the roadies in there too, so we can, we can talk some shit too. If you can't talk shit with your friends, who can you talk shit with, right? I mean, come on.
Very true.
So That's where we practice our shit talk for when it really matters. Kind of like this lady. I was at the Y playing basketball.
Oh God.
Playing basketball yesterday at the Y in here in Austin, Texas. And there's probably 50 guys, 2 courts going. And after like an hour of us playing, the poor, nice girl that works at the Y comes in and she's like, hey, this lady is complaining that her and her son can't get on the court. And we were like, yeah, we're playing pickup. Like, that's what an open gym is. And she's like, well, she wants to shoot around with her son. So there's 50 adult men playing basketball, and they had to clear off an entire side of the court so her 10-year-old son can miss 3-pointers and dribble the ball off of his foot while doing spin moves.
You're an asshole. You're an asshole.
I'm an asshole. In what world does this little fucking 10-year-old kid get to kick 10 adult men playing pickup basketball off of the court?
Oh my God.
What kind of cupcake world are we raising these fucking loser kids to be? Like, it should be motivating for this kid to get better, to play on the fucking court. Not like, I mean, the kid was embarrassed, was walking on the court with his head down with his fucking Karen mom walking him through. I was just like, and of course, you know, it was bad. And I don't even know how we got hysterical. There. Oh, shit talk. That's how we got there.
That's hysterical.
Yeah. So, you know, I calmly, you know, just got my things together and left before I got into
you let her have it.
Verbal altercation with her.
Last thing you want to do is get into it with a Karen. They just will not stop.
It was unreal, man. And you could tell she had her just little prissy attitude. Like, my little loser son who doesn't have friends is going to shoot baskets with me on the Friday
that's what the asshole I'm talking about. That's the asshole I'm talking about. My loser son. You're
I mean, like, why is he a loser? It's because of
you. Rip into the Karen.
Because of you, Karen.
Kid.
That's why your
little kid didn't do anything wrong.
The way that you're raising your son is why he's a loser. So fuck you, Karen.
All right. So we went off on a little tangent there.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
It was hysterical. So anyway, Roadies, thank you for joining us on another episode of the Fantasy Road Show. We appreciate you guys. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Substack. And above all,
you're not a loser, kid. Your mom is. Buckle up.